A long time ago, in the city of Akure, there lived a woman named Itohan. Itohan was a beautiful woman with a heart of gold. She was a cheerful giver. She gave generously, without holding back. Itohan was married to a man named Justin. Justin was described to be a greedy man and a lazy man. He wanted everything soft, but he did not want to work. They were blessed with two beautiful children. Itohan would wake up early in the morning, bathe for her two children, sweep, cook, and provide for everything, while Justin would lay there sleeping like a pregnant woman without lifting up a finger. When Itohan returned from work, Justin would complain about everything and put up a scene. One evening, Itohan came back from work late. Justin jumped up immediately. "Where are you coming from?" he barked. Itohan replied, "My husband, check your phone. I texted you that I will be late." Justin replied, "You what? Ho ho! You have turned to the man of the house, forgetting your position." Then he hissed and walked away. The sun had barely started to peek through the curtains of their room in Akure when Itohan slowly lowered herself to the cold floor. Her knees hit the ground with a soft thud. She looked up at Justin, who was sitting on the edge of the bed with a face as hard as a mountain. "My husband," Itohan began, her voice trembling with humility. "Please, I am begging you in the name of God. Forgive me for yesterday. I am not trying to challenge you. I am just a woman trying my best to make sure this house does not fall." Justin looked at her, his eyes cold. "So you have realized yourself today? You realize that you cannot be the man and the woman at the same time? I know my position, Justin. I am your wife," she whispered, reaching for a small bundle she had hidden under the bed. She placed it at his feet. "I have been saving this. It is all the money I have gathered. Take it, my husband. Use it to start that business you have always talked about. I want you to be the one providing, so that people will respect you as the head of this home." Justin's eyes fixed on the bundle. He reached down, untied the cloth, and his jaw dropped at the sight of the thick stacks of naira notes. The anger that was on his face vanished, replaced by a greedy, wild excitement. "Itohan!" Justin jumped up from the bed, his face beaming with a sudden fake joy. "My wife! I knew you were a good woman. I was only angry because I want the best for us." He grabbed her shoulders and pulled her up from the floor, hugging her tightly while his hands gripped the money. "Itohan, thank you. I swear to you, from this day on, things will change. I will start this spare part business, and I will make you the proudest woman in Akure. I will give you heaven and earth, my wife. You will never have to worry about money again. Just wait and see what your husband will do." Itohan wiped a tear from her eye, a small smile appearing on her face. "That is all I want, Justin, just for us to be happy." "Happy?" Justin laughed, already counting the money in his mind. "We will be more than happy. You have done your part. Now let me show you the man I am." Justin started a spare parts business, but soon Justin started coming home late. Anytime Itohan complained, he would yell, "What is wrong with you? Do you think I am your slave? You see, anytime you ask me this stupid and uncalled question, I will show you." Itohan started shaking and felt she was doing too much. Justin, on the other hand, was pacing up and down inside the room, angry. "Whew! This woman is getting on my nerves. The audacity for me. Whew! I know what to do. I will show her I am the man of the house." This kept on and on. One hot afternoon, Justin was sitting in a local restaurant with his best friend, Sunday. They were eating big plates of pepper soup and drinking cold beer. But Justin's face was squeezed like he had just swallowed a lemon. Justin, why is your face like this? Sunday asked, laughing. You have a big shop now. You are a big man. Why are you looking like you are carrying the world on your head? Justin slammed his hand on the table. My brother, it is that woman Itohan. Every day, she is asking me questions. Justin, where are you going? Justin, why are you late? She thinks because she gave me the money for the shop. She is now my boss. Whew, the thing is getting on my nerves. Sunday leaned in and whispered, my friend, you are too soft. That is your problem. You need something to make you feel like a real man. You need a side attraction. Get yourself a beautiful girlfriend who will respect you and call you my king. That is how to enjoy your money. Justin's eyes lit up. You think so? A girlfriend? Yes, so, Sunday replied. Someone fresh. And that was how it started. Not long after, Justin met Linda. Linda was a very pretty girl who loved the fine things of life. Justin began to change. He would take Linda to the mall and buy her expensive gold necklaces, fine shoes, and big handbags. One evening, the sun was going down, and Itohan was sitting in the parlor. Her heart was heavy. She had been waiting for Justin all day. When she heard his car driving, she stood up and wiped her face. Justin walked in, swinging his car keys and whistling a song. He looked very happy with himself. My husband, welcome, Itohan said softly. She tried to take his bag, but he shoved her hand away. Get away from me. Don't touch my bag, Justin barked. Itohan took a deep breath. Justin, please, we need to talk. The children's school shoes are torn. They are walking with their toes on the ground. And the kitchen is empty. There is not even one grain of rice left. Please, can you give me some money for the market? Immediately, Justin's face changed. It became hard like a stone. He stood tall and hissed very loudly. Money? Which money? Do you think I am growing money on my head? Or you think I am a bank? But Justin, Itohan pleaded, her eyes getting wet with tears. The spare parts shop is doing very well. I saw many customers there yesterday. You are making so much money. Shut up your mouth, Justin yelled. He stepped close to her and pointed a finger in her face. The shop is still growing. I am a businessman, not a Father Christmas. I don't have one kobo to give you for shoes or rice. If you want food, go and use your own salary. That is why you are working, isn't it? Itohan went to the kitchen and brought out a plate of the little food she managed to cook. At least eat your dinner, Justin. Justin looked at the plate of yam and egg. He tasted one small bit and spat it out on the floor. What is this rubbish? You call this food? Is this what you are giving a king like me? That is all I could buy with my last change, Justin. Itohan cried. You are a useless woman, Justin screamed. He picked up the plate and threw the food at Itohan. The yam and egg splashed all over her beautiful wrapper. Look at you. Justin mocked her, laughing a wicked laugh. You look like a mess. Don't ever ask me for money again. In fact, I am tired of this house and I am tired of looking at your face. He turned around, slammed the door so hard the windows shook, and drove away. Itohan sat on the floor, covered in food, and wept bitterly. Justin, okay, she whispered through her tears. God is watching you. Justin went to Linda's house. While Itohan was crying at home, Justin was at a fancy hotel with Linda. laughing and handing her a big gift box. "Oh, Justin, you are the best man in the world," Linda screamed, hugging the expensive gift. Justin puffed his chest out like a turkey. "Don't worry, my baby. Anything you want, I will give you. I am the man of the house." One day, Justin told Itohan that he would be traveling for business. Itohan helped him pack his bags. Immediately Justin left, it was not up to 20 minutes before Itohan's phone rang. When she picked up, it was her boss, Mrs. Felix. "Itohan dear, please, I am sorry to bother you. One of our investors' daughter's wedding is this Saturday. I did not check before. Please, you and 4 others will be representing us." "Okay, madam," Itohan responded. Ever since Justin left the house with his big bags, he did not call Itohan even once. Itohan would pick up her phone every hour. She would dial his number, but Justin would not pick up. "Maybe he is very busy with his business," Itohan would tell her children. But her heart was heavy. On Saturday morning, Itohan dressed up in her best clothes to go to the wedding for her boss. When she got to the big hall, music was playing. Everywhere was decorated with flowers and gold. People were laughing and eating. Then the MC shouted into the microphone, "Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the couple to dance. Please stand up for the groom and his beautiful bride." Itohan stood up with her friends, clapping her hands. The music became louder. Then she saw the man. He was wearing a very expensive white suit. He was smiling and dancing with a lady named Linda. Itohan's eyes went wide. She stopped clapping. She rubbed her eyes and looked again. "Is that not Justin?" she whispered. Her heart started beating very fast. She was shaking like a leaf in the wind. Her friend asked, "Itohan, what is wrong? Why are you shaking?" Itohan could not talk. She saw Justin spray money on the new bride. He looked so happy. He did not even know his real wife was standing there. "I have to go," Itohan said. She did not even wait for her friend to answer. She ran out of the hall, jumped into her car, and drove straight home. When she got inside her house, she locked the door and started walking up and down the parlor. She was crying, but then she started laughing. It was a scary kind of laughter. "Wow!" Itohan shouted to the empty room. "Justin, so this is the business trip? Justin, you are getting married to another woman with the money I gave you?" She sat on the floor, tears wetting her face. "Justin, okay. You want to play a game? I will show you that I am a woman of gold, but I am also a woman of fire." "Justin, okay. Just wait for me." She wiped her eyes and stood up. She was no longer crying. Her face became very hard. "You think you are wise, Justin? We shall see who will laugh last." After 2 weeks, the door opened and Justin walked in. He was smiling like a king. "My wife, I am back. The business was very good." Itohan smiled at him, but in her mind, she was thinking, "You liar." She said, "Welcome home, my husband. You must be very tired. Let me give you a cold drink." "Yes, my wife. Bring it fast," Justin said. Itohan went to the kitchen. She took a glass of juice and put a special medicine inside it to make him sleep. She brought it to him. "Drink everything, Justin. It will make you feel better." Justin gulped it down. "Ah, thank you." Not even 5 minutes later, his head started shaking. Justin fell into a very deep sleep on the chair and started snoring. "Now, it is my turn," Itohan whispered. Itohan stood over Justin and watched his chest rise and fall. He was snoring like a broken engine. The medicine in his drink had worked. She wiped her face, and her eyes became very sharp. "You think you are wise, Justin," she whispered. "Today you will know that the woman who gave you everything can also take it back." She crept into his room like a cat. She began to scatter his things. She was looking for his secret bag. Finally, she found it hidden inside an old boot. She opened it and saw everything. The house papers, the land documents, the shop papers. "Everything is here," she said, her heart beating fast. She took her phone and dialed a number. "Hello, is this the truck driver? Oh yeah, come to the shop now. Bring your boys and bring a big padlock. We are moving tonight." The truck arrived at the shop in the middle of the night. The street was very quiet. Itohan was standing there like a soldier. "Madam, you sure say make we pack everything?" one of the boys asked, looking at the big engines and spare parts. "I said empty it," Itohan shouted. "Pack the tires, pack the engines, even the small bolts and nuts. Pack them. I don't want to see one single thing left on the floor. Everything must go." The boys started walking fast. They were throwing things into the truck. In 2 hours, the shop was as empty as an empty bottle. Itohan locked the door with her own key and smiled. She sat in her car and called someone else. "Hello? You told me you are a hacker, right? Good. I have Justin's phone and his bank details here. I want you to move every kobo. Move the money for the house. Move the money for the shop. Move the money he is using to buy gifts for Linda. Empty the account until it shows zero. Do it now." She watched the screen of the phone. She saw the numbers changing. 5 million naira, gone. 2 million naira, gone. 500,000, gone. "Justin, you said you don't have 1 kobo for the children's shoes," Itohan said, laughing a cold laugh. "Now, you really don't have 1 kobo. This is just the beginning." She looked at the empty shop one last time and drove away into the night. Itohan took her phone and looked at a picture of her, Justin, and their 2 children. She sent it to Linda. At Linda's house, her phone went ting. She opened the photo and screamed. "What? Justin has a wife and children? He told me he was all alone. I have been betrayed. This man is a big liar." Back at the house, Itohan used a rope to tie Justin to the chair while he was still sleeping. She took her children and their bags and walked to the door. She dropped a small letter on his lap. It said, "Don't bother to find me and your children. We are gone." The sun was hot on the 3rd day when Justin finally opened his eyes. He tried to scratch his head, but his hands were stuck. He tried to move his legs, but the rope was tight. "Itohan, Itohan, where are you? Come and lose me now. My body is hurting me," Justin screamed at the top of his voice. He looked around the parlor. His eyes almost jumped out of his head. The big TV was gone. The soft chairs were gone. Even the curtains on the window gone. The house was as empty as an empty tin of milk. "Yay! Itohan, what is this?" Justin started crying like a baby. He was so scared that his heart was going. He was so afraid that he even peed on his body right there on the chair. He pulled and he pulled with all his power. The rope finally broke. Justin did not even look for his shoes. He ran out of the house with his bare feet on the hot ground. He was breathing like a dog that ran a race. Ha 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 ha. He ran straight to his spare parts shop. When he got there, he saw the big iron doors wide open. He looked inside and his mouth stayed open. No tires, no engines, not even one small nail on the floor. Yee! I am finished. My life is empty. Everything is gone. Who did this to me? Justin shouted, pulling his hair with his two hands. He turned around and ran to the house he rented for his new wife, Linda. He started banging on the door like a madman. Linda! Linda! Please open this door. Thieves have carried everything I have. Help me! Linda opened the door, but her face was very red. She did not even say welcome. She just reached into her pocket and pushed her phone into Justin's face. Justin, or whatever they call you, look at this. Linda hissed like a snake. Is this not you in this picture? Is this not your wife, Itohan? And look at these two children. Are they not your own? Justin started shaking like a leaf. Linda! Linda, baby! I can explain. Please! It is not what you think. That woman, she is just a neighbor. Shut up your mouth there. Linda screamed. You are a big fat cheat. You told me you were a single man. You were using your wife's money to buy me gold and play big boy. You are a wicked man. Linda, please. I have nothing left. My shop is empty. My house is empty. I don't have one kobo. Justin cried, falling to the ground and catching her clothes. Get out of my front, Linda yelled. She pushed him away and slammed the door. Go away before I call the police for you. You cheat. You will hear from my lawyer. Justin was crying and screaming. He did not see where he was going. He was just running into the road. A car hit Justin and he flew into the air. At the hospital, the doctor told him, Justin, you cannot walk again. You are paralyzed. Justin lay on the bed, looking at the ceiling. He had no money, no shop, and no family. I am sorry, he whispered, but nobody was there to hear him. He regretted everything he had done to his good wife, Itohan, and realized where greed brought him to. Itohan never regrets her actions.